Welcome back, Unofficial Maniacs, for another great, thrilling week of Penn State football commentary at unofficiallypsu.com. First, I'd like to give a plug to Jostens for coming up and inventing a great new invisible number product for jerseys. You gotta love it. Most people would think, hey, that jersey's blank. No, it's actually a Nate Stupar jersey, but the numbers are invisible. It took 2.5 years for them to come up with the technology, but ain't it grand? Love it. Thank you, Jostens. Fantastic. All right, to the update. Got to keep it within 10 minutes or else YouTube shuts me down. That's ridiculous. I could go on forever about Penn State football, but let's just break right into it. Well, what can we say? Yeah, we killed Akron. Did we though? 31-7. Had to be one of the most boring 31-7 wins I've ever been a part of. Now, it is really a tale of two halves. The first half, it was great. 380 yards to 8. Penn State outgained Akron. 31 points. You know, things were chugging along. Everything's good. Halftime, get a hot dog, go to the bathroom, come back, get ready. And they laid an egg. The offense was terrible. 31 points at halftime, 31 points at the end of the game. Seriously? Look, Daryl Clark probably had the quietest 353-yard, 3-touchdown game I think I've ever seen. I mean, if you watched it closely like I did, and the rest of the Bradley bunch, he was locking on his primary receiver, throwing into double and triple coverage. I don't know. I don't know. First game, not comfortable. I don't know. It was, it's not what I wanted to see. Granted, it was Akron, but they couldn't run the ball. They threw the ball a ton. Woody, thank you for pointing that out, because they did. It was awful. They didn't try to establish a run, and they couldn't against Akron? Really? Look, 31-0 at halftime. They come out, even in the second half, a good team can run the ball up the middle every time, and you should be able to break a couple. That's how 31-0 goes to 48-0 or 45-0 or whatever the math works out to be. They couldn't run the ball against Akron. So disappointing. And they didn't try. Now, granted, they probably went vanilla. They didn't need to show anything. 31-0. The game was in hand. Ended up 31-7, but still. I just don't know. I wasn't comfortable. I mean, maybe, you know, with the throw-up passing game with Clark, maybe those three, maybe Williams, Butler, and Norwood were that good. I mean, they probably were, but I don't know. I do like Derek Moye, 138 yards, touchdown. The guy, they said he was going to be his favorite target, and he is. I love it. But I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's early, first game. You know, we got a couple more cupcakes coming up. They can work on it. I'd like to see him beat Syracuse by, I don't know, 6 touchdowns. I'd really like to see him blow Syracuse, so it make me feel better. Because the unofficial guy just needs to feel good. Anyway, though, I mean, yeah, what can you say? They won. The defense did look good. They didn't really have to do anything special. I love the fake punt. People are saying, is it too early to get that? No, I love it because now, you know, that takes the pressure off of the punt block, because now teams saw it. Now they got to play for it, so there's not going to be much pressure on the punter. I do like it. Kicking game, I don't know. That Colin Wagner stayed high pride, and dude, 28-yard field goal. Come on, you missed the 49-yarder. I'll give you that, but a 28-yarder, let's get better. We did recruit one of the best kickers in the nation last year. Maybe we ought to give him a shot in the game. I don't know. Otherwise, again, a vanilla game. The one highlight, the unofficial player of the game this week, has to be my boy, number 34, as you can plainly see here with the invisible numbers, Nate Stupar. 12 tackles, State College pride. I love it. He's a special team ace. The guy's money. You know, we got to have Navarro in there, but here's my thing. Josh Hall, yeah, take a seat. Stupar, Lee, Bowman. Unstoppable. Let's get it done, Tom Bradley. Get them in there, get them together. Anyway, I didn't like it. It wasn't the greatest performance, but we got the victory. So let's just, I guess, be happy with that, I suppose. I don't know. This week's going to tell us a lot more. But let's give it up to Nate Stupar. You know, Daryl Clark did. He made the ESPN Heisman watch list with his numbers. So, I mean, it was stat-worthy, but I don't know. I wasn't impressed. We'll just say that. And, you know, I do know all Penn State football. Anyway, this week coming up, we got Syracuse. Took it to Minnesota. Minnesota did win. And is Minnesota that bad, or is Syracuse that much improved? One of my unofficial maniacs, John Davis, did watch that game. He said Minnesota was that bad. So that must mean that Syracuse is that bad. You got Palace in there. He's never faced an atmosphere like Beaver Stadium. Never faced a defense like Penn State. And Tom Bradley, I beg you, do not go vanilla on this guy. Welcome him to Beaver Stadium. Knock his ass in the ground. Bury him deep. And let's get out of here with an impressive ass-kicking, which I can't say because I say that on TV, of these pathetic Syracuse Orange. So I see it as being a brilliant and dominating performance this week. They're going to make up for what they didn't do last week. And my prediction would be, the unofficial prediction, Penn State 48, Syracuse 10. That's what I see. That's what we get. Penn State pride. On a side note, the Ohio State game, they barely won. What did I tell you at the beginning? Everybody's so up on Ohio State. They lost more than we did. They're not that good. USC is going to take it to them, take them behind the woodshed, and do unspeakable things to them. It's not going to be pretty. And I think that Ohio State's coming down to reality. As much as we want them to win for the Big Ten image, Penn State's number 7. They're high enough now. Maybe Michigan sneaks into the top 25, as much as I hate to say that. Michigan goes out, beats Notre Dame this week. You know, maybe that's who we play to get the love for the Nittany Lions come national championship time. Anyway, I'm up to about 7.5 minutes, so I'm going to be a good little YouTuber and cut this down. Just want to thank you, Unofficial Maniacs. You drive the site. I love it. Enjoy the game this week. I'll be watching it from the comfort of my own living room. And, you know, keep the faith, keep the pride, for the glory. Unofficially PSU, Unofficial Maniac, Unofficial Guy, out. Oh, by the way, quick side note, unofficially vt.projectlittlefish.com up and running. Hey, they came out, they took on a great opponent. I love that. We were supposed to play Alabama this year. They dodged us to play Virginia Tech. I see why. Tech's got a lot of work on their offensive side of the ball. Tyrod Taylor, I don't think he's the answer, Tech maniacs. I think you need to find somebody else back there. They did lose their starting running back for the season. That's never a good thing, but that offense did not look exquisite, we'll say. Anyway, unofficial guy out, for the glory. Go Penn State. Call Jostens, get your official invisible numbers, and we'll all be good. It's the new rage, the new trend, and it's unofficially starting right here. For the glory!